Hey everybody, it's Captain Trucker. Welcome back to the channel. We have a very special episode today, folks. We are going to discuss what real retirement means. Whether you're semi-retired or fully retired, age 40, age 60, age 70, where are we going, man? What does this all really mean? And what does real retirement look like, right? Is retirement a delusion? Is it something we aspire to our whole lives and just end up disillusioned and dissatisfied? We're gonna find out. But first, folks, I'm at one of my favorite spots, man, in Negros Occidental. Okay, we're at Sugar Beach. Now, this is one of the most highly underrated spots, in my opinion, in the Philippines, all right? Usually this beach is like white sand, but it's been, raining lately, so the sand's a bit dark, but make no mistake, folks, this is a white sand beach paradise, okay? Oftentimes when we hear about, foreigners settling in the Philippines, we hear Dumaguete, 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 Sigihor. But Sapale and Sugar Beach has not been overrun with tourists yet, and it's just a fantastic spot, it really is. So anyway, let's hope that doesn't change too much, just a little bit. Oh, I'm just having fun. But anyway, you know what I'm tripping out on lately, folks, is this low birth rate thing, right? Why are less and less people having kids? I guess in America, that's what they say, like less people are having kids than in other countries. And I'm trying to figure out what that's all about. Is it financial? Are people trying to save money? Is it just all about the money? Are people being more responsible? Or is it like not a good thing? I mean, to me, it seems like, isn't that the best part of life is kids and having family, and, you carry on through the next generations and they carry on legacies and make the world a better place. And you just feel that love, man, the love of your family and the kids and the warmth and all that good stuff. I mean, isn't that beautiful? But you know what's going on is, back to the retirement thing, is I think the world has this really twisted perception of what retirement means, because oftentimes what comes to my mind in terms of expat life and in terms of expats, when you hear about retirement, I imagine, the guy on the beach with the red horse, his gut sticking out, and he's got like this 25-year-old Filipina, and he's got a piece of pizza smeared like all over his fat white face, and it's just smearing off, and he can't even, look down and see his because his stomach's hanging. But look, I say this with empathy because, I'm starting to get chubby too. I mean, if I don't watch my diet, I'm just in my early 40s, I can easily get fat and I'm not enjoying it, okay? So, health and fitness is, all that stuff is really important, especially in retirement, man. It's not easy to maintain, especially if you're drinking all the time. But anyway, I think that's the image that we have, though, is like, this is what your life has come to. You're going to take all your hard earnings, and everything in your life right now is just about sex, beer, and sex. And that's all retirement is. Well, at least I don't know, that's how they paint it for the expats. It's kind of weird, though, isn't it? I mean, doesn't that seem like a little bit immature? I mean, I'm not trying to be judgmental. You understand when people say that, like, don't be judgmental? I understand that idea. I get it, right? Judge not lest you be judged and all that. But you have to wonder on some level if that's just code word for, oh, don't let this person have any standards or accountability for the crimes they've committed against humanity their whole life. Yeah, don't judge, man. In other words, just, indulge and destroy the lives of the people around you because I'm having fun doing it. Don't judge. No, I'm just joking. Sorry, that's kind of a twisted joke, pardon me. But anyway, I think that's the idea that we have of retirement, is just this, it's like a big party zone. I mean, what joy is an elderly man, and I'm only in my 40s, but I just don't get it. Like, why is that the ideal for retirement? Like, yeah, here's my Filipina, and let's just have sex all day. I think that's gonna get really old. I mean, I'm just saying, okay? I mean, without family, I don't know, man, it's gonna be tough. But I get it. I have empathy for that because a lot of men in their 60s and 70s, they probably already had, obviously, kids and they're grown up. Many of them may have been divorced now. And so, yeah, they're single, right? They come to the Philippines. But I'll say this, you know, fulfilling a life, even after years of working and, you know, being stuck in the industrial system and being a pawn in the, being a cog in a bigger machine and being constantly reminded that you're basically just a number and the world doesn't care about you, your employers don't really care about you, and not many people on earth left care about you. So you look for love in the Philippines, and yeah, you can find love there for sure. But, you know, without finding a meaningful relationship and being part of a community, you can head for trouble, man. I mean, there seems to be this idea that I guess like a lot of single guys want to have a lot of friends, and like they go to Dumaguete because that's where a lot of expats go apparently. And listen, hanging out at a bar with other single men who are likely alcoholics, who are single, it's just a recipe for drama and disaster. It really is. I mean, we all know that. It's pretty common sense, but men seem to do it anyway. So I think we have these weird narratives, right? Like, oh, you know, don't hang out with expats, hang out with expats. I think it's more about common sense. Like you should probably have acquaintances and some boundaries with people, but, you know, we don't really need to be like Mr. Social Butterfly, Mr. Popular, and try to be friends with everybody, because let's face it, I mean, there's still a lot of toxic people that come to these countries for reasons of, you know, they made mistakes maybe most of their lives and they're broke now, or they're just full-blown sex tourists. Who knows? I mean, it's not necessarily a cocktail for your greatest people that come here, but some of them are. It just depends, right? Whole population of expats. So my point is that, yeah, the retirement thing is weird. I just think we have this weird idea of what it means. Even I consider myself semi-retired. But I think the idea is that you're basically just not working as hard, right? Because I mean, most men like to work on some level, and whether it's managing a portfolio or doing hobbies, I think most men in their 60s and 70s, what do they call that? The golden years. So it's the time of goldenness. And I guess you get to reflect on your life and all the good things and some of the bad things you've done, and you're supposed to enjoy your grandchildren and all that. Well, what if you don't have that? What are you going to do? Well, like I said, you go to the bar and drink every day and, you know, roll the dice there. We'll see what happens. Speaking of alcohol, man, I'm telling you, man, alcohol is a problem in this country for expats and foreigners. I mean, it's a problem in all countries, right? But I started drinking a little bit around age 35. So before that, I didn't really drink that much. And I still don't like it, but I do it sometimes, and oh man, it's just nothing good comes from it, right? But I do. I find myself having a few drinks here and there, and I'm like, nothing good comes from it health-wise. But what I've been reading, though, is if you can actually go dry and stop drinking altogether by age 45, according to AI, that's the magic ticket to sort of heal some of the damage that's been done to your brain and health and all that. So there is hope to quit, even beyond 45. And, you know, maybe we should be using the Philippines for that, you know, health and rehabilitation and love, man. Oh, God. So what do men do in their 60s, right? I mean, what, they're going to start a new family? We can't really expect them to do that, right? I mean, maybe that's not fair either, talking about the low birth rate. And by the way, is that low birth rate thing even sustainable? I mean, if like everybody's not having kids, I mean, isn't that supposed to be a problem, right? I think it's just part of a conspiracy to basically dwindle down the human race, maybe. There could be like a small group of people behind it that do weird things, and maybe they're just not too interested in human life anymore, who knows? But yeah. Anyway, I think kids are the greatest thing in life, man. And most people say that. They say, man, I love my kids. And then some people will say things, well, I love my kids, but man, if I just had a hot girlfriend and a boat, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, what are most people going to say? Like they don't like their kids, right? Who knows? Maybe some men don't. Oh, God. But anyway, I had a point to this I wanted to make. Yeah, for finding fulfilling stuff to do in retirement. It is possible, folks. I guess. Anyway, I got to go back to work here soon myself, all right? And I'm not really, I kind of am looking forward to it in a way because I feel like I'm a step closer to accomplishing my goals, and I've almost finished this house. Actually, it's basically done. I think they're just finishing the ceiling and the wall. Yeah, there's a wall outside the house. Pretty common in the Philippines, something maybe with the colonial era, is most of the houses here have walls, right? From what I read, it's mostly to keep out stray dogs and I guess people from hanging out and loitering or something. Because this is a collective society, people hang out, you know, we're not as closed off here. It's more open and all that. So I guess walls help with that. Yeah, I'm building a wall. The Great Wall. Anyway, I really appreciate you all. I'm just glad to be here at Sugar Beach in my semi-retired Philippines life. Yeah, but anyway, back to all those retirement fantasies that you see a lot of the vloggers selling and all this, and it's just always this image of, you know, the hot woman and the guy with the beer and sex all day, because that's everything that your life has come to. All the wisdom, all your years on earth, that's all you have to do now is drink beer and have sex. That's what it's come to. I mean, haven't we matured past some of this, right? Oh God, what are we gonna do, folks? I mean, I'm only in my early 40s. Anyway, I'm having fun. Yeah, be careful of the people you follow, folks. Discernment. Is this really all there is? That's what we gotta ask ourselves. Stay healthy, folks. Find hobbies. Become a part of your community. Tune away some of the propaganda. Don't live in fear. A lot of people just live in fear, so they never make any decisions. They just get paralyzed in fear. That's true. Oh, I can't move to the Philippines. I can't buy a house and own land, or my Filipino's gonna steal everything from me. I mean, so what? No, I'm just joking. That's not gonna happen most of the time. There's a lot of negative, negative bias that we hear because we tend to hear negative stories. Most Filipinas that are decent aren't going to steal your house and leave you stranded on the street and, you know, turn your kids against you, so to speak. God forbid, right? It's not really, that's not the majority of the case, folks. A lot of that is what you call victim blaming, because over the years, in my opinion, there's been a lot of Western propaganda against the Philippines out of maybe guilt, because you know, the U.S. military and a lot of people left behind a lot of, you know, kids here and stuff. And over the years, a lot of countries have taken advantage of the Philippines. And so then we tend to say like, oh, no, she scammed me. They're bad. Scammer. You know, I mean, look, we get scammers in every population, right? So we can't say that, millions and millions of women are all scammers and are going to steal everything you have, because it's not true. Okay? That's just some of them. So anyway, choose wisely. You guys having a good time out there? No, really, you should. I mean, if you're going to live in fear, we're never going to get anything done anyway. Anyway, I got to get going. It's Captain Trucker. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think retirement really means and what's going to be helpful to us as a people, as a group of foreigners, man. Like, how are we going to evolve into the future as more expats come here? All right? You all take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.